this video, I'll be showing you a reality transurfing technique that will help you attract way more positive opportunities into your life. Hi, this is Sunny from PersonalMasteryQuest.com, and today I want to give you a few simple techniques that will help you radically change your life by attracting way more positive opportunities into your life. If you are unfamiliar with the reality transurfing process, let me just give you a quick overview. Reality transurfing suggests that any reality that you can think of or dream of or desire is a potential reality that exists right now in this present moment. It currently only exists as potential, but you can connect to this reality through the power of your emotions and start the gradual manifestation of that reality into your current life experience. If you would like to learn more about the reality transurfing process before you watch this video, just click the link right here, and then you can watch this video afterwards. Reality transurfing is a very powerful way of living your life and achieving your dreams and goals with much more ease and simplicity. So now, to get to the main part of the video, here's the trick that will help you attract way more positive opportunities into your life. Let go of the firm grip that you have over your life and let go of the constant need to know how and when things need to happen in your life. Now let me explain to you why you should seriously consider utilizing this technique in your life. So as I said before, there are countless lifelines that you could be living. There is an infinite number of potential lifelines and potential realities in the alternative space that you could potentially manifest into your experience. And you can manifest them by matching up with them vibrationally. Throughout your life, you are moving from one lifeline to another. What you manifest from the alternative space is determined by how you emotionally react to what you are currently experiencing in your life right now. And in order to manifest the reality that you actually want and move freely towards the dream reality through the alternative space, there's a certain level of control and the grip that you need to let go of. See, when your mind becomes particularly attached to a certain script of how things need to happen and when they need to happen, you constrict your free movement through the alternative space. See, instead of allowing your mind to become obsessed with your current plan of how and when things need to happen, you need to let go and become emotionally detached and trust where your heart is taking you. Become detached from what is currently happening in your life and cultivate this level of trust, because your heart is connected to the alternative space where your dream reality currently exists, and it knows how to get you from where you currently are to where you want to go, whereas your mind has no clue. And the firm grip that you have over your life is through your mind, and that's what you need to let go of. The mind has this compulsive need to always know how you will get to where you want to go. It is fearful for your future and wants to ensure your survival and well-being, so it needs to know every step of the way and how things will happen to where you want to go, right? But let me ask you this question. If the mind has no connection to the alternative space, how can it potentially know how to get you to where you have never been before? How can it take you to a reality that is so different from your current reality? So your mind only knows what exists currently. It only knows what has already happened in the past. It has no idea about what has yet to occur, what has yet to exist. So how can you rely on your mind solely to take you where you have never been before, something that it knows completely nothing about? So for example, if your goal is to make $1 million, and that's something that you've never done before, right? How can you rely on the mind solely to help you make that $1 million, something it has no idea how to do? This is where you might say that, other people in the world have already made $1 million. Other minds have figured out how to make $1 million so that your mind could just copy what they did and make that $1 million. But consider this. You have your own unique path to that $1 million or to whatever your goal is. If you follow your heart and your individual path, you will get to that $1 million goal much easier than if you were to copy someone else's success. This is where most people go wrong. They try to copy other people's blueprint of how they made their success. Meanwhile, the other people's success has nothing to do with their own success. Yes, you could, borrow some ideas and so forth, but you cannot copy anybody else's success. So in order to avoid countless obstacles that you do not need to face, you need to follow your own individual path, and that is done by following your heart. But the tighter your grip of control is over yourself and your life, the more tension you create. And the more tension you create, the more disconnected you become from your heart. And the more disconnected you become from the heart, the more obstacles come into your life. And the more constricted you become in your free movement through the alternative space. So yes, it is absolutely true that most of the obstacles that are in your life right now are self-created. They're created by your own mind. And you can release these obstacles from your life naturally by letting go of the firm grip and the need to have everything under control. Reality Transurfing dives quite deep into the relationship between the heart and the mind. So if you would like more videos regarding that subject, just let me know in the comments below and I'll be sure to make more of them. A big part of the Reality Transurfing process actually is to let go of the firm grip and trust the alternatives flow. What does this mean? It means to let go of the constant need to know how everything will happen and instead trusting that it will. To move through the alternative space from where you currently are to where you want to go, there's a certain level of trust that you need to have in the universe. And you don't need to make this a difficult thing. Look at the uncertainty as something that's exciting. Find comfort in the thought that literally anything is possible. Your whole life could turn around tomorrow if you let go of that control. If you open yourself up to that possibility of anything happening. Your life can turn around completely, but it never will as long as the mind is constricting it to its current script that it has planned out through its firm grip of control. The more your mind is attached to its current script of how things need to happen, the more you will restrict your opportunities and the more you will suffer when things happen off script and when things happen not according to plan. So let go of the grip and learn to trust the alternatives flow. When your mode of operation switches from the mind to the heart, you will live a life with much more ease and a lot less conflict. You will start to recognize opportunities when they come to you, and you will come up against way less obstacles. Now that we have discussed why it is important for you to let go, here's a practice that will help you do it. When something happens in your life that was not according to plan, and when certain bad events happen in your life, think of them as part of the plan, and this is why it works. So you know how we discussed before that the mind is not connected to the alternative space, only the heart is? Well, in order to get to your dream reality and your dream life, you will end up going through certain events and certain things that you could not have imagined before. These events might be completely off the mind script. It won't make any sense to your mind how this event that just happened could possibly lead you to your goal and be positive in your life. But you simply have to trust your heart and attribute a positive meaning to whatever event occurred to you. It could be so bad, but regardless of that fact, you have to trust your heart and attribute something positive to that event that occurred. Make it something meaningful and positive. Here's another reason why this will work in your favor. Anything in life, literally anything, only gets whatever meaning you give it. Anytime a certain event occurs in your life, there are two branches that it goes off into. These two branches are two lifelines that are either one is positive and one is negative. And the branch that you go off into doesn't necessarily depend on the event itself, but how you react to that event and your relationship to the event. For example, if something bad occurs in your life, something completely off script, and you attribute a negative meaning to it, you become very negative and you look at that event as a negative thing that occurred in your life, you will take that negative branch and that lifeline where more negative events just like this one already are present. On that lifeline, it will be proven to you that in fact, yes, that event that occurred to you was something negative for your life. But if that same event occurred to you and you attributed a positive meaning to it, you will shift onto the positive branch lifeline that will turn that same event into something positive, into something beneficial for you in the future. And on that lifeline will be other positive events that will branch out of that event. I'm not asking you to trust my advice on this. Literally try this in your life and you will see the results. Whenever you attribute a positive meaning to anything that occurs in your life, that is the meaning it gets, and that is the results it gives to you. That is the meaning it starts to have in your life later down on the line. So I hope you found this video beneficial. If you liked it, just hit the like button below, subscribe right here, and if you have any questions regarding reality transurfing or anything in general, just comment them down below. I'll be sure to get back to you. And if you would like to access the full blog post, you can do that by hitting the link in the description below. Again, subscribe if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.